So good evening everybody, Trish Palmer here from Palin and Palmer Specialty Hypnosis Training. So tonight I'd like to talk to you about food and IBS. So I'm going to give you a little glimpse at module number 2 of the IBS Hypnosis Protocol. So I hope you've got your cuppa. If you've got any questions, please stick them in the chat below. I would love to answer them. So food and IBS. There is a massive connection between the food we eat and the IBS that we suffer from. In the course, you will learn how to find the food and the trigger for the IBS, because there's always a trigger. What goes in here has to come out here in some way. So there's always a trigger. You will also learn about the brain-gut theory as well. Doctors no longer refer to the gut as a separate brain. It's all the one brain now. So they know that the brain in the gut and the brain in our minds are all connected, and they actually talk to each other. There's a lot more to the food part of IBS than just eating healthier. There's so much more to it than that. You will learn all about the pre-thought of the mind and how hypnosis will help reset it. The IBS Hypnosis Protocol also teaches you how to desensitize an already sensitive digestive environment. So you'll learn some new hypnosis techniques on how to desensitize that stomach area and things like that, so that your client can actually get results right there in an instant. And it's not just food. When you take on an IBS client, you need to address the food problem and educate your client on what they believe is healthy for them. I've had people come to me and they've said to me, "Oh, I eat Nutri-Grain because it has a 5-star rating on it." You kidding me? They think that's healthy because the food industry tells them there's a 5-star health rating on it, so therefore they'll eat it, even though it's not actually good for them. There's a lot of horrible sugars in Nutri-Grain, and at the end of the day, they think it's healthy because that's what the box says. I one day went into Woolworths, and I was standing there in the health food aisle. They've got one that is all just natural products. Anyway, this mother was standing there, and the child was going, "I want some cola flavored raisins." And the mother picked them up and went, "Oh yeah, they're natural and healthy," and put them in the trolley, and off she went. And I looked at them and went, "Cola flavored raisins." The mother had just purchased these thinking that she's buying her child an absolutely nutritious, wonderful product that's going to be healthy for them. Yet they're all natural with cola flavored. My brain just didn't commute. So in the IBS Hypnosis Protocol, you'll learn about food beliefs for your client and how to shift them. You will also learn how a CBT can make the task very easy, and how to use the CBT to create education for your client so that they can transition into this healthy lifestyle much, much easier. Because there's some clients out there that doesn't matter how much you tell them that chocolate is not good for them, they'll still eat it. But here's your catch-22, okay? The catch-22 is that there's food that is causing the IBS attack, and then the IBS attack is causing stress, and then the stress is causing another IBS attack, and then they eat food because they're stressed, and then that causes another IBS attack. Can you see the circle that's happening here? And it's like, no wonder they can't break out of it, because we have to eat. It's as simple as that. And there's many humans, including myself, we eat emotionally sometimes, but the repercussions of it are so drastic that you can't break out of that circle. So when it comes to food and IBS, you have to educate your client on the food without adding too much stress. So with a combination of a CBT, hypnosis and client knowledge, you can actually reduce that stress very dramatically and enhance your client's results without getting them to freak out too much, because your client will have an emotional attachment to the food, and for some reason they don't want to give it up. Even though the IBS is so painful for them, they still don't want to give it up. So you will learn how to give that CBT to cause less stress for your client and better results, and get to that balance of that food chain intake for them. So in Module 2 of the IBS Hypnosis Protocol, you will learn about the food connection and IBS. There is a nutrition-based CBT in the protocol where you can find out the food triggers and the IBS attacks, because sometimes your client is not going to tell you what's going on with their nutrition, and with the CBT you'll be able to find that out, because you're actually going to get your client to do that CBT inside the room, in their own home, and then back inside that room the following week. So that way they can get those light bulbs and go, oh, yes, I did have an attack after that. Oh, maybe it is that. Because every different client has a different food trigger when it comes to their IBS. The pre-thought and food will also teach you how to set up your client for success rather than an IBS attack. Because sometimes someone can be thinking of a food and then bring on an attack. And it's that pre-thought that can actually put them in a sensitive state. Then they eat a different food, and then all of a sudden they think it's that food. Now they can't eat anything, and they just eliminate all this stuff, or they overindulge. And it just goes on and on and on. You'll also learn about the creation of a sensitive environment that comes from the mind and all of the externalness. And you can also learn how hypnosis can help relax the environment. So here are some things that I recommend. Fiber is the main trigger for an IBS attack when it comes to food. This is usually your first instigator, and we're talking about soluble fiber. So food that's found in bread, in pasta, and in wheat-based products. Many of the people that I saw with IBS when I was first testing this were actually night snackers, and they would eat chips and barbecue shapes and things like that. So these wheat-based products and wheat-additive products with the soluble fiber is actually causing an IBS attack and stomach pains. Another thing that I recommend if you'd like to read up on it is FODMAPs. FODMAPs is a diet that can be used in a short-term use, and it has really, really great benefits for helping detox the system and bring your client back to life. Because you'll find a lot of IBS clients, their nutrition is just terrible, whether it's tons of coffee, soft drink, popcorn, chocolates, biscuits, maybe it's the whole lot sort of thing. So if you've got a client with IBS, most of the time it's their nutrition that will be the instigator, and the very first one is usually a soluble fiber. Now sometimes fiber is not the problem. You may actually get some people that are completely bread free, they don't have pasta or anything like that. In the protocol, we'll teach you a CBT that will allow you to find the trigger of that food for that particular client, because it may just be one simple thing that their body can't handle. As much as they like it, their body doesn't like it. It's as simple as that. And you can help your client and reduce their stress when it comes to using that CBT. So if you have any questions, please ask me. I'm always happy to answer them. So since we released the protocol back in October 2017, we have had 5 events across Australia, and 4 of them were completely sold out. One of them was actually reopened again and sold out again. So that was absolutely fantastic. We're now recognised by the Australian Hypnotherapists Association, and you can get 10 CPD points if you attend one of our live events. We have also decided to release the IBS Hypnosis Protocol online to reach people that are in remote areas of Australia who like to study from home and abroad. We have students all over the world now, and it's so fantastic to be helping other people get out there. There's so many quit smoking specialists in the world, yet there's more IBS sufferers than what there are smokers. So it's time to get out there and become a specialist in your industry. We've also planned to bring the IBS Hypnosis Protocol to more locations in Australia next year, and we're going to travel over to New Zealand as well. So for 2019, we'll be starting off our tour in Melbourne. We're then going to bring it to Adelaide. We'll be going to Brisbane, Sydney and Perth, and New Zealand towards the end of 2009. So we're advising the dates at the moment, and if you'd like to register your interest, please just drop me an email at trish@trishpalmer.com, or you can jump on my webpage, www.trishpalmer.com, and contact me through there. We are adding people to the email list so that we can let you all know when it's available in your area. So if you'd like to study the IBS online, then you can by all means click the link below, because it's down there, and you can just try the free trial, see if you like it sort of thing. If you'd like to register your interest for IBS events in 2019, please just email me. And next time I'm going to be talking about relationships and IBS, because are they a make or a break? Can IBS actually destroy a relationship? It's a very interesting question. So you can check out this video and more of my videos on YouTube if you'd like. Simply type in Trish Palmer and my channel will pop up. Like and subscribe to it if you'd like to, and we'll be releasing more videos in the future. But otherwise from that, have an awesome night, everybody. If you have an IBS sufferer, check out their food and what's going on, because they may just need to cut back on something that's bad for them a little bit. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye-bye.